Spec Ops: The Line is a third-person shooter video game developed by Jaeger Development and published by 2K Games. The game takes place in a post-apocalyptic version of Dubai, where the city has been buried by sandstorms. The game follows the story of Captain Martin Walker, a member of a Delta Force team sent to Dubai to find and rescue Colonel John Conrad and his men, who were trapped in the city after a massive sandstorm. The story is heavily inspired by Joseph Conrad's novella, Heart of Darkness, and Francis Ford Coppola's film adaptation, Apocalypse Now. As the story progresses, the game delves deeper into the psychological and moral implications of war. The game presents the player with difficult choices that have far-reaching consequences, and the consequences of these choices are not always immediately apparent. One of the unique features of Spec Ops: The Line is the way it subverts the traditional military shooter genre. While the game includes many of the same elements found in other military shooters, such as cover-based shooting and squad-based tactics, it also challenges many of the assumptions that underpin these games. For example, while most military shooters glorify violence and depict the player as a heroic soldier fighting for a just cause, Spec Ops: The Line portrays violence as a brutal and destructive force that has severe consequences for both the people who commit it and the people who are its victims. The game also questions the moral and ethical justifications for war, and the way in which the military justifies its actions. In addition to its story and gameplay, Spec Ops: The Line is also notable for its presentation. The game features stunning visuals, with the post-apocalyptic Dubai setting providing a unique backdrop for the action. The game also includes a haunting soundtrack that perfectly captures the game's tone and atmosphere. Overall, Spec Ops: The Line is a thought-provoking and challenging game that explores the psychological and moral implications of war. It subverts many of the conventions of the military shooter genre, and presents the player with difficult choices and consequences that challenge their assumptions about the nature of war and the role of the military in society. With its unique story, gameplay, and presentation, Spec Ops: The Line is a game that is well worth playing for anyone who is interested in exploring the deeper meaning of video games.